Hello, loved ones. I hope you have your history notes in hand because we're delving into the history of the early man. I have a video here for you, and I'd like you to sit back, listen, and watch.
The early men. All of us would be aware that the early men roamed the earth around 2 million years ago, who are now referred to as hunter-gatherers. They owe their name to their ways of hunting for food. They usually hunted wild animals, gathered fruits, vegetables, roots, and leaves. They also caught fish and birds for food. It proved the fact that gathering plant produce was an important means of obtaining food. The early men were tailored to rough it out in the wild. They had the necessary skills of alertness, agility, and presence of mind, which enabled them to catch the fast-running and sometimes dangerous wild animals. These prehistoric people often moved from place to place due to 4 main reasons. They are: 1. The early men moved to another place when all the food resources have been exhausted. In search of new animals and vegetation, they traveled elsewhere to find food. 2. The early men mirrored the migration patterns of wild animals in search of food to ensure that they do not get separated from their own source of food. 3. Since different plants are bound to bear fruit in different seasons, the early men have also moved places according to the seasons. 4. The early men moved to places where there was sufficient water, often camping close to seasonal or perennial lakes, streams, or rivers. Another reason why the early men were vagabonds could also be the need to stay connected with other people, namely relatives or friends. The prehistoric people always traveled on foot until the discovery of pulling carts. The very first experts who confirmed the existence of the early man happened to be archaeologists. The prehistoric tools and things used by the early men proved to be invaluable in the discovery and study of their lifestyle. Many of the tools, made out of bone, wood, and stone, have survived over the centuries, helping us understand the ancient ways of living of the Stone Age men. Stone tools used by our ancestors were extremely important. These tools enabled the people to hunt, cut bones and meat, chop wood and fruits, and scrape bark from the trees and hides of the animals, and dig the ground for roots. Wood was chopped to make fire and to build huts. There were also special tools which were used to stitch together animal skins to make clothes.
You could check the notes for more stories about the Stone Age and the Bronze Age.